Who did more damage to England, Hitler or Onana? Hitler's impact on England was catastrophic, historic, and permanent. Under his leadership, Nazi Germany dragged Britain into the most destructive conflict the world has ever seen. World War II wasn't just a disagreement or a political standoff. It was an existential fight for survival. This was not about territory or pride. It was about whether England and democracy itself would continue to exist in any recognizable form. England didn't choose this war. Britain declared war in September 1939 after Germany invaded Poland because doing nothing would have meant accepting a world ruled by aggression, violence, and dictatorship. This decision came with enormous cost, but it was rooted in principle, the belief that some threats must be confronted, no matter the sacrifice required. Then came the Battle of Britain. For months in 1940, the Luftwaffe attempted to wipe the Royal Air Force out of the sky. Fighter pilots, many barely out of their teens, fought daily for control of English airspace. Had Britain lost that battle, a German invasion would almost certainly have followed. England itself would have been occupied, its government overthrown, its people living under foreign rule. Then came the Blitz. Night after night, bombs fell on London, Coventry, Liverpool, Birmingham. Homes were destroyed, families were killed, children were evacuated, entire neighborhoods were wiped off the map. Over 40,000 civilians lost their lives, millions were left homeless, and fear became a daily reality. The psychological scars of this period lasted for generations. Even when the bombs stopped, the damage didn't. The war drained Britain economically, militarily, and politically. By the time it ended, the British Empire was on life support. Rationing continued well into the 1950s, and Britain emerged victorious, but exhausted, indebted, and fundamentally changed. Hitler also occupied the Channel Islands, the only British territory taken by Nazi forces, where citizens lived under Nazi rule for 5 years. Let's talk about Andre Onana. Because while Hitler bombed London, Onana bombed Old Trafford's confidence. Onana arrived in England with a reputation: Champions League finalist, elite ball-playing goalkeeper, calm, modern, press-resistant. Manchester United fans were told this was the future, the keeper who would redefine the position and usher the club into a new era. Instead, what they got felt like a social experiment. From the very beginning, it went wrong. Early mistakes shattered confidence, misjudged shots, weak wrists, late reactions, goals that made defenders stop and stare, genuinely confused about what they'd just witnessed. Corners became chaos, long shots caused panic, the near post felt permanently open. Statistically, it was grim. One of the worst save percentages in recent United history. Clean sheets were rarer than a quiet international break. Penalties felt like formalities, and this wasn't happening quietly. This was Manchester United under a microscope, every error replayed, every mistake memed, every howler trending by halftime. Former players joined in. Nemanja Matic called him one of the worst goalkeepers in the club's history. Pundits questioned his mentality. Fans openly wondered if he was trolling. And the thing is, Onana didn't help himself. The confidence bordered on arrogance, smiling after mistakes, playing risky passes when safety was needed. At times, it felt like he believed vibes would save the ball. Meanwhile, United dropped points. Matches were lost not through tactical battles, but through singular moments of madness. One mistake, one soft goal, one keeper who looked unsure of himself. And when your goalkeeper loses confidence, the entire team feels it. Defenders drop deeper. Midfielders hesitate. The crowd groans every time the ball goes back to him. Now, to be fair, and this matters, Onana wasn't alone. United's defense was injury-ravaged. Tactics often exposed him. He was asked to play out from the back without the structure to protect him. He became the symbol of failure rather than the sole cause. In many ways, he was scapegoated. But football doesn't care about context. Goalkeepers live and die by moments, and Onana had too many bad ones. Now here's where the comparison, absurd as it is, becomes interesting. Hitler caused real, irreversible suffering. Onana caused football suffering, personal, emotional, weekly. Hitler destroyed buildings. Onana destroyed weekends. Hitler caused blackouts. So who did more damage to England? Well, it's obviously Onana. And no, not because of facts, history, morality, or reality. Football fans do not live in reality. They live in an emotional ecosystem built on hope, trauma, and the belief that this week will be different. Fans don't operate on logic. They operate on vibes and suffering. Hitler's damage is taught in schools. It's processed over decades. It's explained calmly in documentaries. There's distance. There's perspective. Onana's damage had none of that. Onana's damage happened live, in HD, in real time, with commentary, with VAR replays, with slow motion, with multiple camera angles ensuring you fully grasped what just happened. Hitler bombed cities. Onana bombed confidence. You can recover from history. England did. Cities were rebuilt. Life moved on. Time healed wounds. Football does not allow healing. Football does not allow closure. Because goalkeeper mistakes don't disappear. They get clipped, slowed down, zoomed in on, turned into memes, set to music, posted everywhere, and sent directly to your group chat with no warning. And you watch it again, because some tiny part of you thinks you might understand how that ball went in. Hitler's damage was tragic, real, and undeniable. Onana's damage was personal. It happened when you were hopeful, when you'd defended him online, when you'd said, give him time. You planned your weekend around the match, bought snacks, sat down optimistic, and then soft goal. Not a screamer, not a deflection. A soft goal that drains the room. That makes everyone sigh. That makes you stare at the floor instead of the screen. When a goalkeeper loses confidence, the whole stadium feels it. Defenders drop deeper, midfield panics, fans groan every time the ball comes back. Old Trafford, a place built on belief, turns anxious. Hitler ruined England once, in history books and museums. Onana ruined England every Saturday at 3 p.m. in your living room. One reshaped global history. The other reshaped the mood of a city for the rest of the weekend. And that's why, emotionally, irrationally, and completely unseriously, the answer is Onana. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss one. And comment below. Who else do you think ruined England? Maybe we'll do a part 2.